Now, preparing. Meeting is still. Hello, everybody. This is Elisha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. And we're here today with Maddie's Mindful Meditation. And we have a wonderful guest. Her name is Maryanne. A lot of
No,
people will
this is
know.
not Maddie's mindful meditation.
Pardon?
This is no, my meditation was last week.
Was it?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to have to.
This is this, that, and the other thing
I
today.
could do a light language blessing at the end if you want.
Okay, so this is this, that, and another thing. See, I said we're not technically smart. I'm going to plead. I've been sick all week. But so it is listed as Maddie's mindful meditation though, because would I go back and change it?
I'm
I
just gonna
have to
check to
restart
make
it.
sure.
Yeah, I can add it on though. As I said, definitely
Yeah,
not.
I did meditation last week, so
Okay.
All right, so I want to put this on my page. How do I do that now?
You just
Share.
what?
um,
Let's share.
Go to where it says share, my daughter says.
yeah. So if does it come up on YouTube? Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. So if you can go to YouTube and find us.
But I don't know how to get from. Wait, hold on. YouTube,
Let
maybe.
me see if I can send this to you.
Yeah, I think if you sent it to me, I could then post it, or you can go put it right on my page, or I can put it on whatever.
Um, I don't know how to do that.
My daughter's sending me the link so I can send it to you.
Okay.
Excellent, because I don't know how to do it. I
Okay,
have to
so
post it to my page first, and then I can forward it to you, and then this and that, and then it's very confusing for these tech challenge people.
yeah, hang on. I have to
Hi,
find it.
everybody.
As I said, we're technically challenged, and I think everybody knows that by now. And how do I say this? It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So, Maddie, I've got you twice again, Maddie.
Weird.
Mary.
I haven't seen that second one for a long time.
Mar. There you are. I've got it. I found you. There you go. So it's sent to you now, and you can pass it on. So we are going to, this is actually this, that, and another thing, which I realized that I would have titled it differently, but we will take questions. Anybody who's listening, we will take questions on the subject we're talking about.
Which will be the energies that we're going through right now.
Which, yeah, we don't, we would do our interactives on Sunday. And they're lots of fun too, but so Maddie, you know Maryanne a little bit better than I do. Would you like to introduce her a little bit?
Well, this is my friend Maryanne.
Hey!
Quite connected to the universe, I will say.
And you live in where? You live in the
I
New
live in New
York State?
Jersey. I'm
New Jersey.
originally from New York City, but now I reside in New Jersey with my beloved Jeffrey.
Any cats?
No, we don't have any more kitties. I had some of my own. He had a kitty, but they all passed on. And we have the neighbors' kitties. They come hang out in the backyard and try to go after the birds and the bunnies. So,
That sounds good. It just seems like a lot of people have cats lately.
yeah, I'm a cat person for sure.
Yeah, well, Maddie's got cat.
A cat.
Yeah, Charlie.
A cat, my other. Yeah, he's been really weird lately. I'm going to assume that the energies are hitting our animals too.
Oh, big time. They're probably feeling it more than we are because they're so much more tuned in and sensitive. So yeah, they're definitely feeling it. And we're on a wild journey here.
Not only that, they also take on a lot of energy for us dumb humans.
Well, Maryanne would be able to talk more about the solar flares that are going on because you're quite informed on those, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a couple of different articles I every now and then post on my page, but basically what's happening, the solar frequencies keep ramping up and getting stronger. Now, it doesn't physically hit the earth because obviously we would perish in barbecue,
Right.
but it does affect the atmosphere of Mother Earth, and of course, we get affected by it because we're part of the earth, we're part of the cosmos.
And we
And
also
so,
have electrical system in our body, and they affect the electrical systems.
absolutely, it's going to, especially the nervous system, you're really going to feel it in the nervous system.
That's why we twitch.
Yeah, some of us are, people are feeling exhausted, headachy, body aches.
I
You
don't
know,
know anybody that doesn't say I'm exhausted all the time.
yeah, that's probably one of the biggest, the physical pain, the exhaustion, the digestive issues, the headache, the pressure on the head, because what's happening is light is coming in. We're being infused by the solar frequencies. They're
Well, it
now,
comes from the great central sun through our sun, right?
yeah. Well, actually, it's not just the solar energies, but lately, as of late, we've been getting hit with what's called solar flares and geomagnetic storms. Well, what is a solar flare? Well, there's different levels. You have A, B, C, M, and X. M and X are the highest. X is really the highest, but
It's like 8, isn't it?
But we've been having a lot of those M's, have we not?
yeah, I mean, we get a lot. In the past, I don't know, maybe week, I lost count. I would say there's probably over 20 or more M class flares, and probably that we don't get class flares often, but when we do, you really feel it. It like knocks you out. And we've had a number of them back to back. So I would say there's probably been about 5 or more. Probably now, actually, in the past few days, we probably have at least 6 or 7 X flares, which are really high.
Aren't we going through the solar maximum extra early too?
It feels like, yeah, that does feel like that's happening because when you look back, somebody had posted something from the 70s, one of the charts, and it was extreme like it is right now. So I thought, well, that's interesting because I think at this point, I'm also wondering, are we out of Mercury's shadow?
We should
I
be
think we
now.
were out in the 5th or 6th.
Yeah, I think we're out of that, but we are still getting the flares, and it is affecting our physical bodies. It's affecting the cellular DNA. So anything that we've been carrying, whether it's a past life or this life, is now, the light comes in, it bumps into the karmic imprints, into the knots, what I call the energy knots, anything that's stuck in there, and it starts to go in and really excavate, and then it brings it up to the surface. And if we resist it, we really get hit, we get slammed. The best thing we can do, and I know sometimes it's not easy, the best thing we can do is surrender. Because in surrendering is when you get some relief.
When that saying, what you resist persists, is true.
Yeah, that is true.
But I think what you just said is exactly what everybody on Earth, at least those at a specific level, are being pushed to do. We're being pushed to surrender or become the flow, not go with the flow, sort of thing.
Yes, you have to really immerse yourself into the frequencies. It's almost like when the solar flare comes in, it's like embrace it and let it do its job and say, thank you for helping me. Please assist me with more ease. Like ask your own higher power, ask your angels, let it come in with ease, please.
Ease and grace, yeah.
Grace.
I have a question for you. What do you know about our bodies changing from the carbon base to a crystalline base?
Oh gosh, yeah, that's been going on for a while, but
I think this is we're being crunched.
Yeah. Well, it makes complete sense because the density, as I said, when that light comes in, when that solar energy and even the great central sun, the stargates, all of it, eclipses, whatever it is, it's pushing. And so now the frequency in us is shifting. So we're now coming into a lighter sense of that crystalline vibration, and the density has to go because we can't take the density into the conscious awareness of the higher dimensions because dimensions aren't yeah, the dimensions are not physical places that we go to, they're states of awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't shift our own awareness as we move into the, like you said, to flow with the new frequencies, it just does like a puzzle that doesn't, the pieces don't fit.
So I have a question. When you know that you're out of alignment, but you don't know how you're out of alignment, how do you find out what the alignment is?
Well, I think that one of the things to do on a daily basis, like especially when you get up, check in with yourself. What do I need today? How am I feeling? What do I need? What's something that I can do? Like today, I knew that I had to go outside and go for a good walk. I needed to move my body. When I came back, and it was pretty hot here today, it was in the 80s, which is unusual.
That's cool. That's hot.
I came back and I immediately took my shoes off. I went over into the backyard onto all the green lushness that's back there. And I just let my feet just go right into the earth and just let myself dissolve into the earth. Like, let me become one with Mother Gaia, because when I connect to the earth, that's when it feels better. We have to find tools to navigate through this journey, because without it, you struggle a lot. And you know, we are human. We're going to go through ups and downs. It has its moments. But we have to find, like, salt baths are really good. Make sure you stay hydrated. Eat lighter foods when the flares are active, because our digestive system is working overtime. So
Okay,
you really
that's another question. I've noticed when I talk to people who are on the path that they're having hard time losing weight. They seem to gain weight really quickly and not lose it fast, even though the amount of food they're taking in is not the same.
it's an interesting question, because I have a couple of friends, they're barely eating and they're like, what is going on? I'm not even eating that much and I can't seem to drop the weight. I think that it has a lot to do with something about carrying the weight. It's like a protective shield.
Are you sure that's what it is? Is it
For some people it is.
for
But
some
not,
people it'd be protection, but I have a sense that it's the crystalline shift over is
oh yeah, it
weight
is.
is a little bit heavier density.
Yeah, it is some of the density. I mean, I know a few people that are on the opposite spectrum. They're losing weight, and yet, you know, they're eating a lot, but they're losing weight.
You'd be one of those people, right?
Yeah, you can't make sense of this stuff. I mean, I've changed
Mhm.
some things in my diet, and I've noticed that grains and like breads and cakes and that kind of stuff definitely adds weight on. It's like the carbs, you know, unless you're doing like more carbs of veggies, it's a little different. But the grains, a lot of people are having trouble because it causes a lot of inflammation. And so you have to find the diet that works for you, though, because each person is different. And I don't believe in, oh, you need to be on a keto diet, or no, you need to be on a low lectin diet. You have to listen to your own body.
Yeah.
No one can tell you what that is. It's your body, it's your soul. Ask it, what do I need? Guide me, show me what's going to benefit me. How can I move through this journey with more ease and grace? What can I do to move through it and not have to struggle so much? Because we have to turn that over. I think the struggle a lot, like we said earlier, it's the resistance.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So that brings me to another question. You're saying that people are struggling a lot, and I agree with that because I feel lots of questions from very highly evolved people. When we move more fully into the fifth, it's more quantum, right? Which means
Right.
everything is connected. Is that part of our resistance? Is we're so used to being alone that being connected to everything is a little bit frightening?
That is a really good question, and I'm going to say yes to that. I think it's definitely a process, you come up and then you come down, and you're so used to being a certain way, and it's sometimes we don't even realize it until, oh gosh, I'm moving out of this density, but who am I going to be without it? I'm so used to having it that I don't know what to do. Please, like I've had that happen to me. I'm sure we all have. You can look back at something and say, well, I don't want to move on and I don't want to do that because then what's going to happen to me if I do? Well, what's going to happen? Maybe something amazing. But if we don't give ourselves the chance to find out, then we're in the old system.
So there's this, and I'm not trying to tell your story, but you have had a bit of physical health issues. And with that, you've had to reach out to you didn't have to, but you chose to reach out. But because you're highly evolved and you're basically been a teacher most of your life, you're the one that people reach out to. So it's harder for you to reach out for somebody to say,
Receive. Yeah.
yeah, because well, I've never done that. I've always been the one who's helped. So that must be difficult.
Sometimes it is because sometimes the trust issue comes up. Like, oh, can I trust this person? Well, or how is it going to make me look? Am I going to look like I'm weak? Or, it's like all these things come up. And then I thought to myself, no, I'm going to let myself, even if I crash and burn, I'm going to let myself crash and burn. And then I'm going to pick myself back up because, again, that phoenix that rises out of the ashes has to burn. Burning off. Think of the solar flares, burning off the old ways, the old beliefs, the limitations, the programming, everything we're taught that really, was, again, mind control. And yeah, it hasn't been easy to, I've always had to be on my own toes. I have to stand in my own power because I had to learn this as a child. I had a very serious tragedy when I was 2 years old that basically I had to learn how to take care of myself.
And you've always had to be the powerful one,
Right.
And also when you get to a certain point, there's very few people who can talk to you. And so the energy doesn't match, which makes it a little difficult. My question is,
yeah, that's true.
You've reached out and dealt with, invited certain people in to help. Do you find it easier to integrate into the fifth?
Yes and no, because it's interesting that you're bringing up this question. I've had to learn to surrender and ask for help because that's part of it. We can't just give. Where's the receiving? Where's the balance of I give, I receive, Like I receive it, I give it. Well, interestingly enough, I won't get too deep into this because I don't want to make it about, people are just, maybe some people mean well. But there have been a number of people that have come on to my posts when I posted about what was going on with me, insisting that, oh, you should be doing this, and why aren't you doing that? And the whole, and I'm thinking, oh, gee, I didn't think I asked your opinion, but if you want,
but that's just it, right? People just like to throw out, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, you have to try this, you have to try that, and do this, do that. I
had a woman come on who literally said, well, do you want to live or do you want to die? And I was like, wow. I said, you know what? Whether I live or die, it's none of your effing business, lady. You don't have a right to come on here or talk to anybody that way. Where is the compassion? That's another thing. I'm finding more and more in the so-called spiritual communities, where is the compassion? Where is, let me step back and offer help. And I've always said, one of the things I've learned about going through cancer, instead of pushing on somebody, Why not ask, is there anything I can do for you? The best thing you could do for anyone going through any crisis, whether it's an illness or whatever, a loss, instead of saying and sending me tons of links. Oh, you have to try this and look at this website. How about
Yeah.
saying, I understand you're going through something here. I saw your post or I heard about, is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah,
How can I be of help?
I totally agree. I told people I had a headache. I got so many people saying, you need to drink water. And I figured, I can't drink any more water.
I was one of them.
I am drinking
Maybe,
water.
yeah, maybe some of these things are good. Maybe some people have some nice ideas. There's nothing wrong with that. But then, it's like stay in your own lane. This,
Yeah.
my journey is my journey. Like I have
Mhm.
people, oh, are you listening to Joe Dispenza and Esther Hicks? I said, Joe Dispenza and Esther Hicks are on their journey and they're doing great, and I'm on mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, there's nothing wrong with those things. Those are great, but this is my journey. I didn't
And if
come,
that's what you choose to do, that will be your choice,
right. No
not
one
because
comes
somebody
in.
tells you this is what you must be doing.
Uh-huh.
One of the things I really feel this is probably true for everybody, but I'm not going to push my belief on it. We come into this life. No one is here to take the journey for us. We come in to take the journey for our own souls to grow. Now, that doesn't mean we can't reach out for support, but
Yeah,
reaching out for support.
and I think partly I think that's part of the journey is learning to reach out. But that doesn't mean you have to take everybody's belief and make it your own.
That's it.
Yeah,
We need to
because
reach out.
I'll ask a lot of people, I'm going through this. What do you pick up? But ultimately, I make the decision.
That's right.
Yeah,
Nobody can take the journey for us. We can have friends on the sideline. Maybe you come up for air, you go down into the underworld and you face your shadow.
yeah.
Shadow helps us find our light. I'm all for the shadow. Shadow's important. But
But
we can't meddle on somebody's path. We can walk alongside if they invite us in. Fine. I want to invite you in to assist me if that feels right to you.
didn't you and I have a conversation about where we came from?
Are you
So
talking to me?
yeah,
Oh, you mean talking about
different planets or stuff
yes,
like that.
yes, yes.
So if people came ultimately from different planets, they would have different life paths.
Yeah. Well, different, yes, because each planet, we're all sparks of source, right?
Yeah,
We come in,
ultimately, yeah.
we're all sparks of source. We come from the great unknown.
Can I change something just a little bit?
Sure.
What planet did you identify with? I can't remember.
Well, that's been my thing that I do have probably the strongest connection I have is to Arcturus.
Okay, Maddie, where do you come from?
That's the one that I have associated with myself as Arcturian.
Isn't that the Northern Star?
Uh,
Polaris, the Northern Star. Never mind.
yeah, no, that's plus. Well, Arcturus is in the Bodas constellation. So it's, the thing about it, we could go into a whole other story with starseed. That's a
Yeah,
whole other conversation.
well,
But
that's a totally different one. But I guess for the point is I'm trying to make is Maddie and you know each other. You've known each other for a while, right? Do you have you found that you have more similar storylines or less similar storylines than other
we
people?
both had tragedy in our families. And interestingly enough, Arcturus energy, there are a lot of people who are Arcturian starseeds have issues with health stuff like things like autoimmune disease.
Oh,
Very
okay.
interesting. And
So those people would not, they would probably congregate together, but it's not necessary that you do.
no, and you can connect with other star beings because here's the thing about star beings. As I said earlier, we are sparks of source. We originally start out as source. That's our first star of origin before any other constellation. What then happened is here's source. We split in half. We got mother consciousness, father consciousness, right? Mother God, father God.
Yeah.
And splitting off, splitting off, splitting off. Everybody's going to different constellations for growth to know its soul wants to know itself. So we may have had lifetimes on a number of constellations. Some souls are older, so they've been around the block a few times.
Mhm.
That makes us sound really old.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, source is, there is no time where,
No, there
there's
isn't.
no way of really coming up with an age. But yeah, I think many of us are old souls.
I think a lot of the present light workers for, I don't know, I think they might have changed the name.
I have a question. The people that are not on the spiritual path, would they also be from different planets?
I mean, I think we all come from the stars. Nobody is originally an earth being, unless maybe there is a minor percent there that maybe somebody started on the earth, but most likely not, because originally we are from source. I think someone once asked that question, but someone asked, is everybody ascending? Is everybody experiencing ascension? And originally I thought no, but then I said, wait a minute. Everyone is experiencing ascension in their own way. Some people just
And they're going to always be people at the beginning and the in middle and different tiers.
yeah,
But
because not everybody is aware of it, but that doesn't mean they're not going through it. Like I have people contact me all the time. I know nothing about this stuff, but I saw your post and boy, did it hit the nail on the head for me. And I just couldn't articulate what it was that was happening to me until I saw that. I said, that's it. It's the aware, you're remembering. We're not just awakening, we are remembering. It's about remembering.
Yeah, and I work with a lot of people who they say, "Why am I moving so fast?" I said, "Because you're just remembering. You're not learning anything new."
That's
I
right.
have been noticing that time is going by so fast.
Well, it's already the 8th.
What's that?
It's already the 8th today.
I know. I mean, a week has gone by, and I can't believe that week has gone by already. It's just
Yeah.
I'm just noticing that time is just zooming.
Yeah, it's totally zooming.
I get the image I get is a train on a track, and all of a sudden the track's gone. We're running out of time, not running out of living, running out of time because we're moving into a time of no time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because time is made up. It's a mental.
Well, yeah, it's 400 years old. When they made the clock, we started to have time,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
So, how are you doing, Maryanne? I don't want you to, you've
Oh
been
no, I'm doing
expending a lot of
okay.
energy.
As you were both talking, I got this sensation, and I couldn't. What's going on? And then I realized today is it's the anniversary of the passing of my paternal grandmother, Carmela, and I
Also a new
feel
moon
her.
today.
Huh?
It's also the new moon today.
Yeah, actually, it was last night. Well, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
It was
Ours,
last. Well,
ours is from,
we're still in the energy of it right
yeah.
now, for sure. But I felt my grandmother's energy like a few minutes ago, thinking, "Oh my gosh, no wonder why she's here. This is her anniversary."
But also the 8th, there's a huge energy coming in on the 8th. I don't, somebody said the 8th is a huge energy day. I didn't get why, but I got a strong sense of yes for
Yeah,
it.
it is, and we're coming into. We just had the, we're in the new moon, and in 2 weeks we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I think is really going to help pull out some of this more density. And because it's fire, we can move forward a little bit, coming into the illumination of the light of the moon.
It's
So
fire. Oh, good.
yeah, or fire. I know, like we don't have enough fire going on right now.
Yep, gonna burn it. It's the Phoenix.
That's it. Burning down all the stuff that no longer serves us. Hey.
What's that song? Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah.
I think I just dated us. But Sorry, Maddie, we haven't, we've been talking so much.
I
Have you
know.
got something to say?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm learning. I'm listening. I'm good.
Yeah, and the energy is flowing really kind of magnificently. So,
Mhm.
and this is a favorite trick of mine. How are you guys feeling?
I feel all right.
A little bit more.
I feel,
And
I was feeling
Give us the full
a little
story.
more density earlier. Feels like something has lightened up a little bit for some reason for me.
I think that I was reading that sometime this afternoon that the energies were supposed to shift from
Yeah.
because they're moving planets again.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably correct. And we are getting flare after flare after flare. But I noticed that, and it's funny, I've heard this from a lot of people who wake up during the night between the hours of 3 and 5. I said, yeah, because it's the witching hour and it's when we're closer to source in spirit world and
Yeah.
things are calm and peaceful. And so I do my best writing and channeling during that time. Sometimes I get up and I'm like, no, this is great. So if you do wake up during that time, honor it and take advantage of it because it's actually a blessing. I know it's not easy if you got to get up at 6 to go to work, but
Yeah. But they used to call it the tri sleep, the tri tri sleep pattern
yeah,
because well, people waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning has been going on for a while.
yeah,
But
Mhm.
yeah.
but there's another reason that I hear that people wake up is a lot of people are studying or teaching, and with their learning, then the guides will wake you up because otherwise you'll get overloaded with the learning. So they wake you up at 3 o'clock to assimilate.
But that makes sense. Yeah, that totally. I mean, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll be up for like an hour or two and then I'll go back to sleep and I'll have the most intense, vivid dreams. And then I wake up out of the dream and I'm thinking, where was I? Because I know I do a lot of traveling. I try to keep myself grounded in my body before I go to bed, but I think it's just my soul needs to go to these places. I know a few people that have said that too.
I had a pretty strange vision as I was falling asleep last night, and it was just, I mean, there's nothing. It was a gray room with a black rectangle box,
Wow. Do you know
That's
what
right?
was in it?
powerful,
Pardon?
powerful.
I guess it was, yeah, it made me think about it all day long. Normally, I don't, I go, oh, that's what I saw this last night, or I had a vision of this, but this one really stuck with me today. It's like,
What
right.
did it feel like?
I don't even know. It was confusing.
Okay, go beyond the confusion to feeling. I felt
I
afraid,
felt,
I felt joyful, I felt
no, I didn't feel, I kind of just indifference. It was just like,
kind of be indifference, otherwise you wouldn't have remembered it all day.
I don't know what I felt. I mean, there was not much feeling. It was just more shock as to why am I seeing a gray room with a black box?
What do you get, Maryanne?
Interesting gray and black. It's definitely something to do with the shadow aspect. I think that something in that box is an aspect that maybe you didn't open it, so you don't know what was inside, right? Oh,
No.
that's interesting.
So it might be that this is a choose one path or the other path dream, which would depend on whether you open that box or not. It looked like a casket, right?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It was it felt like an end. That's what it felt like, an end.
Conclusion. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Complete.
So every ending is a beginning.
That's right.
Yeah. So now
Hmm.
your assignment is to go dream the future.
Well, I'll do my best, but I don't remember my dreams. I'm like you. If
I
I
don't.
wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning and then go back to sleep, that's when I'll dream. But if I don't wake up in that time, I don't dream. If I do, I don't remember them.
Yeah, that usually happens to me too. And I'll go for a long period of time. I can't remember anything. And then all of a sudden, night after night, I have all these vivid dreams. Like,
But do you
wow,
find when you have the vivid dreams that your life is shifting and changing rapidly at that time?
usually for
Yeah,
me.
because that's what I find with I remember my dreams. My life is in a change
Mm.
because I
You
don't
know what I
remember
just
my
noticed?
dreams.
My computer is not freezing up outside.
Not so much dead energy in the outside, more fresh energy.
That's kind of,
That's
I just was sitting here thinking, waiting for it to freeze up, and there's nothing going on.
uh,
Probably because we're outside and because the energy is flowing, right?
yeah, and the energy is moving quite nicely.
It's
We've been
way,
on
way
for
more
almost
positive.
40 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, it's been way more positive out here than it is in the house, that's for sure.
Well, you've got a beautiful garden around you that you've created.
I know. Can I show it?
Yeah.
I'm just starting to do my planting.
Oh, nice.
Maddie's one of these people that has a super green thumb. She grows things that nobody else can grow. Last year she grew these little ball cucumbers. They're delicious.
I bought
Wow.
some more. I'm planting those again, but I bought 2 plants. I don't know what I'm going to do with them because that one plant, I bet you I got 500 cucumbers off of them.
Wow.
I don't know if you can because they're really hard shelled. I don't know if you could pickle them.
I'm not sure. The skins are very tough on them for sure, but apparently I can do a really nice salsa and can
Okay,
that.
okay, that works.
That sounds
So I'll
good.
try that.
Yeah. So
But I can see my neighbors getting a shitload of cucumbers again this year.
so you were talking about animals a little earlier. What do you see? How do you see them affecting individuals? I'm not just talking about your pets and everything, but there's lot of, and I could be biased because I get a lot of big shorts and reels about horses and things like that. But
Can
there
I just
seems,
throw this in with Charlie? With Charlie last night, he's never done this before. He went underneath the recliner and stayed there for about 2 hours and just slept there. He's never ever done that before.
uh,
So I don't know if the energies are affecting him and that was his safe place.
well, Charlie is a little bit strange.
Well, yes, he is. Yes, he is at that.
Yeah.
But
The
it
animal.
just kind
Yeah.
of shocked me that he would crawl underneath the recliner and sleep under there. I mean, he normally, when he's scared, will go under my bed or go into his closet. He's got a little corner in the closet that he sleeps. So it was just a first time that that's happened.
Yeah, well, rockers are motion, so maybe it was the energy in motion.
Hmm.
Uh,
How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How am I feeling? Actually, I've been a little cranky the last couple of weeks,
I know you have.
and I was very annoyed that my health had been starting to get better, and then my asthma kicked up, and I go, "What the heck? I haven't had asthma for 2 years, and all of a sudden I have to use my inhaler again." I was not happy.
Wow.
Well, I think that kind of coincides with the energies that we're all going through.
Oh, it does. And
Definitely.
it coincided with a quick question I asked Maryanne earlier about about the shift in energies as we move up into the fifth dimension, and it becomes more collective. And
Definitely more collective.
Can I read this little post that I found for the energies of today?
sure,
So it says the divine is sending this message as a sign and a confirmation of what you have been hoping for. Anytime your soul feels overwhelmed with anxiety, that's the God, source, universe telling you your next breakthrough is around the corner. Oh, yay.
Yay.
I like breakthroughs. I don't like the lead up to them.
Yes.
When a chapter is ending, things get confusing, hard, and infuriating. It happens in a way that you feel like losing it to peace. That's why you have to remain high spirited, grateful, and focused throughout your journey. Don't give negative energy a chance to linger around, not even for a second. See, and I think that's what a lot of people really have a hard time doing.
Yeah.
I think more importantly,
Focusing
it's when
and focusing on that positive energy when you're feeling so down and so crappy, and you got things compounded one off over another, and it's just so hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, right?
yeah, and I agree 100%. We should look for the positive, but at the same time, make sure you don't beat yourself up for the
Yeah.
negative.
I was just going to say that we can't, honor where you're at. If you're in a crappy mood, all right, I'm in a crappy mood, but is there one thing I could look at that brings me some kind of gratitude, something of
And
joy?
that's what this is saying.
Yeah.
That's why you have to remain high spirited, grateful, and focused throughout your journey. Don't give negative energy a chance to linger, not even for a second. Energy sticks faster. There are two roads you can take at this point. Didn't you just say that, Elijah? One that repeats the same cycles you're currently experiencing, or one that throws you into a wonderful new beginnings. Whatever you decide, let your intuition guide you and your faith inspires you. You're getting closer to greatness each day. Move in the triumphant mode continuously. This is exactly the best new beginnings for you.
That's great.
So it
Yeah,
kind of definitely
don't you
coincides with
have,
what we've been talking about.
yeah, Maryanne, don't you have a post that you just put out recently about joy or happiness?
Which one? Oh, yes. I think that was this morning.
Yeah, because I'm surprised Maddie didn't have that one ready.
Well, I didn't want to go into her because she's here.
I know, but you use her. She's always the first one that you read from.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have so many different posts on here. There's one that says positive energy to all who need it today. It's like, I'm trying to, oh, the happiness one is my happiness is an inside job. It has to start with me. I mean, yes, we want to share joy with others, but it really has to start within ourselves because we can't come into that place of joy expecting it to come from someone else. It has to start inside of us.
It doesn't
And here's
matter.
another one. Here's another one that works right into what we said too. Sometimes you have to surrender to the unknown to allow life to unfold. When things are not going your way, life is giving you new perspectives. Find gratitude being in every chapter.
Yes.
So that's pretty much what you've just been saying. You got to find the gratitude no matter. But I said that is so hard for people to do when everything is going to hell in a
You're in
handbasket.
the middle of a health crisis, or your partner just left you, or a person loses a loved one. You say, how am I supposed to be grateful? Well, maybe in that moment, like you said, you can't beat yourself up. You have to say right now, like sometimes what I do is in this moment, I just can't find the joy. And I'd say to the spirit, I don't know what to do. Can I just surrender this over to you until I'm ready to take it up again and be responsible for it? Because right now I'm not in the freaking mood. That's like,
and that's the
And
trick.
that's odd because
People
I've been
don't.
saying that too.
Yeah, but that's the trick, right? That people don't understand. If you really mean it and you say, universe, I want this, then let it go. The universe is going to put it in your place. It's going to
yeah,
it's going to fix it for you.
yeah.
But there again,
I
that's where
found that
people,
happen over and over again.
but there and again, that's where people have to learn how to do this
They have
because
to learn to
it's so
not
hard.
control.
It's so hard to just say,
Well, it's
okay,
turning it over, Yeah, like I can't right now in this moment, like I've done this, I just can't find the joy. It's too painful. It's too scary. I don't know what to do. Can you help me?
oh,
Uh-huh.
What just happened?
I should take my flower off. A bee just
Oh,
came on.
wow.
I love it. Is that not the best way for the universe to show us joy? I will never wear a flower in my hair.
Well, see, it fell off one of my plants, so I thought I'm just going to put it in my ear. But man,
The other day, Maddie's got Alexis, right? And we were doing an interactive, and this lady's name was Alexis.
Oh no.
her name is Alexa, and her question was, "When will I find my husband?" So I said, I was reading the question. I said, "Next question is from Alexa. When will I find my husband?" And my Alexa pops up and goes, "Oh, that is a question I cannot answer."
Which was perfectly right, because I couldn't answer it either.
That's great. Oh my God, that is hilarious.
It was perfect timing.
That is hilarious.
And that's what we're doing right now is what is creating joy, right? So anybody who listens to us, they're going to laugh along with us, and that will help raise the vibration. I think laughter is one of the best things we can do for ourselves.
Yes,
Well,
definitely.
we do have a lot of people that say that they find us very entertaining.
That's true. I have people message me and saying, "You guys are hilarious."
Hey, hilarious is good. We need hilarious.
I think
I look forward to these days, because this is when I laugh the most, I think, out of all my day.
so you're talking about sometimes I don't know how to deal with it's just too much stress. And I noticed with my family, at least, for instance, when my mother passed away, we were all around for about 3, 4 generations, and we sat there and we told funny stories about my mother until the nurse came and kicked us out because we were laughing and telling these wonderful stories about her. And I find that that's one of the best ways to mourn, is to remember the joys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That,
You're going to grieve,
yeah.
but you need to also remember the good stuff for sure.
Yeah. But that would work with what's happening with you, Maddie. That would work with what's happening with me. That would work with what's happening with you, Maryanne. Remembering the good that got us on this journey to where we are right now. And the fact is, the three of us are struggling right now, and we've all been on this path for, well, I suspect if we put the timing together, we're well over 100 years, right? And
combined.
Yeah, combined.
I think that my grieving would be different if my daughters were older and had lived a good full life.
No.
You never stop mourning a loved one that is your child.
You know, your children, you never stop. As my daughter said, you never stop mourning those you love. And children are the last people you're going to let go of without pain. But no, I don't think it would matter if your daughter was 80 years old and you were 95. Yeah.
You know, I mean, my mom was older. She lived a good life. So I'm not grieving her. I'm thankful that she had the life that she did, and that she's not in pain anymore, and that she's, living the good life over there.
But she's your mother.
Yeah.
So like my mother died about 7 years ago, and I have never mourned her. But I'm also a medium, and my mother keeps coming in and
but you have an advantage a little bit there.
I have a huge advantage. But my mother
I have the opposite. I never had children, but my father was murdered when I was 2 years of age, so I never got to have him in my life. And I don't know.
Well, I think it would alter your life, would it not? I mean,
I feel that his death was what got me on the path. I was seeking to know what happened. Why did this happen? Why do these things happen to people? Like, that's always the question. Well, because we had a contract. Our souls came into this life He chose to leave. I chose to stay, go through a horrifying roller coaster, hell of a ride that I'm on.
And if you were who you were now, you would never have done that. So
No, yeah, his death was the catalyst
yeah.
for me to
And
be who I am and where I'm headed and what I've been going through. And I can see that's where the healing happened. It's
yeah,
like the healing happened because I finally forgave him. Like at first it was, how could you do this to me? How could you leave and leave
yeah,
me stuck here with these people, meaning my family? I love them, God love them, but how could you do this to me? You were
yeah,
supposed to be my lifeline and you just took off.
yeah,
But the
exactly.
best
And I totally get that with my girls. It's like, how could you leave before me? This is not supposed to happen.
Mm-mm. It's
So yeah,
not. And that's well, being a helpless child or having your children leave before you, that's harsh.
yeah.
That's aching harsh. Not that it helps any at all, or maybe it does, but as soon as you mention your dad, he's in here going, I do love you, right?
Of course. Because it's funny because I said today's my grandmother's anniversary of her passing, and that was his mother. And I
Mhm.
could definitely feel them around me.
Yeah. But your
Yeah.
father has your sense of humor, brother.
Oh, well, he was a Leo like me. I mean, we were
Oh,
like the
okay.
lion heart. It
Yeah.
totally was. I mean, I
And
don't really,
your mother was grandmother's a more quiet, retiring.
yes, very reserved, quiet, gentle angel. He was the fireball, and
Yeah, because she's letting him talk, just smiling.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's pretty cool. I got a new chair. It's very much more comfortable than the one I had, but I'm still not used to it. But I can sit back in it, see? But yeah, your parents, your grandparents and your father, it's hilarious. Um, they it's like they surround you.
Yeah, yeah.
They put you in the center and you're surrounded with golden light. Have they told you anything?
Recently?
Yes, because I'd rather, okay, I will pass it on to you later because this is that's private information.
I'm not that private. I'm pretty open-minded. You're welcome to share unless you feel you don't want to.
Oh no, I don't mind, but they're saying, and I think you already know this, that you are healed. And the golden light is surrounding you. And it's almost like it's like a, a vortex going up.
Yeah, I was just getting an image of a vortex as you said that. I could
Yeah,
totally feel like the toroidal field is like being regenerated, like something.
completely, but it's gold, it's sparkly,
Yeah, well,
and there's
I was using I have a Rife machine I just got, and I was
oh,
using
okay.
it earlier today, and I kept getting this download that the frequency was recalibrating all of my cells, and I thought, well, this.
But it doesn't say they're not saying you're going
it's
to be
it's 555 right now.
Oh
sweet.
wow.
Yeah.
Um, so you guys froze up for me for about 30
You
seconds.
vanished. You vanished. We were still here.
Okay.
That's
And then I don't
that's
know what
happens.
happened. I clicked a button, it came right back on. I said, I spoke too soon. You guys are frozen up solid.
Yeah, no, that was the energy. One of the things that happens on these things is the energy creates. I've seen some weird things happen because the energy is so powerful back and forth that uh, it's just it's just normal. The energy was just really powerful for Maryanne.
I'll say.
Yeah, but okay, this part. Right, I might cry because right now they're not saying it. They're sending you specifically love.
Oh,
And I don't know. Are you medium, Maryanne? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I do have mediumship skills for sure. I'm intuitive, but I do get people from the other side come in a lot.
So you know that the word love on the other side, we don't have a word that's sufficient to describe it.
Yes, it's a feeling, it's an experiencing.
And it just blows. I don't know how many times people have asked me to do some mediumship, and I'm sitting here, tears roaring down my cheek because the energy is just way beyond what we can experience here on Earth.
Yeah.
Anyhow, they're sending that to you.
Ah,
That's lovely.
great.
Yeah. They're nice people, by the way. So we've been on for an hour, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think we should call it? Because I told Maryanne we'd only be on for half an hour and we'd
Well,
leave
that's
as
all
soon as
right. Remember, there is no time. This is perfect. Everything's in
Yeah.
order.
Say half an hour? Are you crazy? When do you ever do half an hour?
Well, I honestly thought we were doing a meditation. So I have these mind farts. I can't remember one Wednesday to the next. I have ceased living in time a long time ago. So if you ask me what happened yesterday, I have to step back and go, when was that? So do we have anything we need to want to add, or that's
How about I offer a prayer of light language to help ease some of these solar flare symptoms?
Yes,
that would
please.
be awesome.
So all you have to do is take it in. If anyone's struggling with the symptoms of solar flares, receive these frequencies of light into your cells to ease you through this time, from my heart to yours. Jalur ore kish ala su di arashamua. Neros ate kushi la son de erishamoya ya. Mandori fakwai iasot ore shella sui kashania nuata. Laborar ore piaro tonia quaro soi vishala sotoi gemeain. Aguari vari shanoi seloi shizeioma inan oi kiatoa. Yarasot orvatai shella sua. Leshatoni shamayo solo quartoi viarato. Alo. Ay, ay. Alo, ay, alo. Andoria sheum aquaya saluayanai. Anumayal abatua ajari antara aquaya. Amen. And breathe.
That was beautiful language.
Thank you. I was trying to get a sense of where it was coming from, but I heard that it was something that has never come before. And I don't know if it meant that it was another system that I'm not aware of, but I'm hearing it doesn't matter. It was a pure frequency that just needed to come through, and to just, all you have to do is just receive it. You can tap on your heart.
I felt was doing a little flutter while you were doing that.
If the solar flares are active and they start hitting you, you just tap gently on your heart and ask for gentleness and ease, and that'll help access. It'll come back to that energy of gentleness and ease and grace.
So
thank you. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was, but it almost sounded like the Hawaiian language, right?
Oh wow. Maybe it was Lemurian then.
Well, that's what I got. It was Lemurian.
Yeah,
but a high, even for Lemuria, it was a high vibration. So you were a priestess in Lemuria, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Tell?
Yep, could tell. I thank you very much, ladies. This has been awesome.
Thank you
It's
for
been a-
inviting me. This was an honor and a blessing.
Well, you're more than
Well,
welcome
we'll
anytime.
definitely have to do it again.
Yeah, I would love to. Absolutely.
I'll get the right name on next time though.
No, she won't.
No, yeah, my
Oh,
daughter.
the title. The title, you mean?
Yeah. I'm dyslexic, so if I say Tuesday, I mean Thursday, and if I say 5, I mean R. But thank you so much, and it has been an honor to have you, both of you. And I can see it's dark there, so you might want to go look after yourself, Maryanne.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna.
still have a few hours left of sunlight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna show my view.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
And where are you, Maddie?
I live minutes away from Elijah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we live in the shoe swap.
are
Yeah,
you
it's
are
called the
you in
Food.
California? Where are you?
No, we're
No,
Canadian, eh?
we're
Oh.
BC, Canada,
Yeah, we're
Ah,
Canadian. Eh?
okay.
Yeah,
opposite
no,
coast.
yeah, we're very Canadian, but we live in a place. We live in a picture postcard, basically. It's a beautiful
Ah,
area.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a big. We grow, I'm sure, by thousands in the summertime for the tourism that comes through.
We
Wow.
have we have a like 8,000 in wintertime, 30,000 in the summertime.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
We are like the houseboat capital of Canada.
Yep.
Our lake has got 5 different fingers that you can go down. Like you could be out there for 3 weeks and not see the same thing twice.
It's got it's shaped like an H. There's Anstey Arm, Seymour Arm, Salmon Arm, and forget the other one. And then we have a lake off of it. So yeah, it's a good place to be in the summertime. And we have an island called Copper Island.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of beautiful things around here. Anyhow, I'm horrible at saying goodbye, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna call it. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you
Lots
so
of love.
much for the language of light.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.